And greetings, everybody. Greetings, sweet, sweet, dear ones. Today's show has been brought to you by lightshaman.earth for all of your energetic and vibrational needs, cleansing and purification. You can trust lightshaman.earth. Go to www.lightshaman.earth. Lightshaman.earth is also our sponsor for Burning Mask 2023 in the UK, Glastonbury, UK, from July 14th through to July 16th. www.lightshaman.earth for all of your purification needs. We can trust the Light Shaman. Okay, yeah, really proud of Huna Kaihoe there with lightshaman.earth. She now has a website. She's ready to go, ready to take your requests, any questions, your appointments. At just simply send her an email, office@lightshaman.earth. All right, and also as we go along here, also we will be sharing the work of Huna Tamaake, and she's here today with us again, supporting in the technical. I want to welcome Huna Tamaake.
Hello.
How's it going back there?
Good.
Awesome work. So yes, we've got some a flyer, and I believe you have an email we can share with them very shortly.
Yes. Yeah.
So today's kind of a fluid moment today, Tamaki. It's kind of a fluid action, and it's kind of been, it's been popping up all this last few days. I can tell you, my kidneys were taking a beating. And usually when it's in my kidneys, there's energy being utilized. There's my system is supporting the needs of the many that don't necessarily outweigh the needs of the few or the one. Just that everybody's asking. Everybody's pulling on and connecting into the cells and the energetics. So that's what's been going on the last few days for me. I hope it has for you as well. What about you, Huna Tamaki? Has that been happening for you?
Not so much with the kidneys. Maybe one of them yesterday, but it was really short.
Do you know that the kidneys are the generator, a power generator for your system, the toroidal field, the generator for the magnetic field? Are you aware of this? Well, if you're not, you are now, okay? And so if you're experiencing, it's like a kind of a sharp pain in the kidneys, you go to breathe and you feel like your kidneys are tapping out, you feel like you hit the ceiling. You feel like that's all you can get out of the system, not your lungs, but you can feel it, a slight sting. Yeah. And so you've got to drink some water. It's like being in ceremony. I know that when I'm in ceremony, of course we drink as much water as we can before we go in. I like to eat because I like to build mass in the system so that I'm capable of producing energy, continue to. So when I'm feeling my kidneys being not drained, but they're driving, certainly driving. They get to a point where it can overdrive, depending on how large of the field I'm working with and creating, and how much that the group and the team are also relying on those energies, so they're also connecting to them. We connect to each other, of course. So I just share that with you, sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. If you are feeling these, if you are getting these feelings during your ceremonies, or even you may even be just resting and you're getting it, means you're not really resting, right? It means you're in ceremony. It means you're doing the work. It means the collective or the Huna, the one in the many in the one that's pulling on you as you are perhaps a main catalyst. You're perhaps a main focus of an abundant source energy that your system always being connected to. This goes back to what I say about, you cannot block yourself off from each other. You can take a break, you can take a staycation, you can hang up the phone. But when people say things like, oh, cut the cords and disconnect the contracts and all that kind of nonsense, what a bunch of nonsense. You can never pull away from the energy and the vibrations, the frequencies of each other. That's what makes it source, is our collective. And to pull away from that makes yourself vulnerable. You become vulnerable, susceptible to nefarious agendas. Do you understand me? So the more power, the bigger uh, your efforts to make yourself larger and bigger in the energy is to stay with the collective and connect to the fractal of the entire source energy that is the collective, that is the Huna, the one in the many and the one. I share this with you. I'm not talking about lower back stress, cosmic knowing. That's something else. That's you pulling a nerve or you busting a muscle. That's not what I'm talking about. This kind of energy, what I'm sharing about now, it's the power generator system for your personal magnetic field, and it goes through and operates through the kidneys. Okay, so you might know some do know. I don't really drink a lot of water. Part of the reason for that is so that I can notice when my kidneys are being triggered. See, so if I'm all comfortable and I'm like, yeah, yes, nothing's happening, and I'm all happy, and my kidneys and my whole system is hydrated, you may not be able to gauge the balance of what you need to put out and how much efforts you need to give in any direction concerning energy, and thereby either going to be able to give more, or just burn out. But you need to be able to track your system. This is how I do it. So when it's really starting to sting, okay, a little bit of water, a cup of water. And I don't drink water all day long. In fact, I like drinking all kinds of other stuff that you probably would freak out if I told you, right? But anyway, I deal with a lot of radiation. Let me just tell you that. And I deal with a lot of microwaves within my system. And so I offer that to you. So, in order to power up your generator, you continue to work your kidneys. And if you have been feeling that good, if you've been feeling it great, you've been working. Now, somebody here from we got many from all over the place, but somebody named Terry, she wants a refund for the old burning mask. She's tried several times. Yeah, we'll try to put your email back in there, Terry. I know we've refunded over $50,000 US in our in the very first burning mask, and I'll say that right here publicly, okay? Because that's how diligent I was in the first few months to 6 months of getting all those refunds done. So if I've missed one or two, maybe just fallen through the cracks, send me an email, office@hoh.earth. It's no problem. We take care of that. Thanks for stopping by, Terry. Anyway, but a housework in the middle of all that, isn't it? So we've got a lot of sweet dear ones here visiting. Felicity Huna, Kawamanato from Cornwall. They're going to be coming over to Glastonbury. Hello there, Huna. Greetings, Mahariwa Ata. She's over there in Utah. Greetings. What is that? Za Baby from Kansas. Welcome, Za Baby. Thomas, good to see you back again. Yeah, okay, Uncle Thomas. Who else we got here? What? Lewing, how do you say that? Lowing Boar.
I think that's Roger Liu.
Roger, Lou. Oh, Roger Lou, yes. Lewing Boar. I was going
Yeah.
to say that's a Filipino name.
Yeah, that's Roger Liu.
Oh, Thai. Okay. Hi, Roger. Aloha, Roger. Good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a month, I think. Cosmic Knowing. Hello, Cosmic Knowing. Gerwin Griffiths over there in Wales, UK. Hey, Gerwin. You know, we've got the Burning Mask happening in Glastonbury of the UK, July 14th through the 16th. Why don't you come on over? It's not too far for you. Just send us an email, office@hoh.earth. Hello, Rebecca. Wawa, good to see you again. Lenora, welcome. Okay. Who else we got here? Dawn.
Ooh, Maroyata. The
Dawn.
elves are here.
Dawn is here, and then we've got down here. We saw Terry here. Hi, Terry. Anastasia, Papa Nicolo. Hey, Anastasia, why don't you, if you have a question, pop on. We'd love to chat with you. I noticed you've been checking things out. Yes, Matako, Terry, Matako. Who else? Claire Lavender, Wawa Nui Claire. Maroyata. Hola there, neighbor. Hola. Helen Morris from New Zealand. Greetings. Kia ora to you there. Hope you're doing all good down there. Down under. Sometimes what they call that. Yeah. Okay. So we're nice little showing here. This Unarata. Yes. Unarata. And the topic that I had put out was Stargates of Confidence. Is that right? Stargates of Confidence. What am I talking about? Well, I was supposed to have a call with Michelle Fielding, and we were talking about encouraging confidence. And so I kind of wanted to continue with that in a way. So I decided to speak with Stargates of Confidence. Now, in these last few days, while I was talking about the kidneys doing the work and checking in, I wonder if we can do this, Tamaki, get a photo of Gotland.
Okay, let me look.
One of the Stargate suites, dear ones, which is the final Stargate for the He'amotu, which is one of the 12 continents. He'amotu. It means the continent of the hare or the rabbit. I believe in German that is Hase. And I believe also in the Norwegian and the Viking it's Hase. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. And so the Stargate was calling in. Though I was feeling all the energies, didn't really connect. I didn't really get full comprehension or clarity on the Stargate until a couple of days later. And I realized that it is the final Stargate for that location that has to be done. And I'm going to be not too far from there. So I've decided that we will come to do that Stargate. And then what showed up was some incredible images and sacred sites of ancestors in the stone. One in particular was kicking in pretty good. This one particular, if Tamaki is able to show some image, there's one that is very similar to Ekbalam, the energy of Ekbalam. Now, when I over the years, earlier in the years, when I did the Stargates for the butterfly, one of the locations is Saint Nazaire in France, and at Saint Nazaire, the stone ancestor that's guarding that gate there is actually Ekbalam, which is the Mayan king. The Ekbalam is the jaguar king. And you can see the features in the stone and in the outline of the jaguar king's features and the face and his hair what do you call it, the hairdo, the way they do their hair. Well, a very similar image has shown up in Gotland, because Gotland, I don't know if all you know, those who are from Europe will know, is in the Baltic Sea, in Sweden, I guess in the Sweden jurisdiction. What showed up there is one of the Mayan kings. At first I was thinking Ikbalam, but it was pulling so hard on my energy field, I realized after a while, that it's more Pakal Votan, King Pakal Votan. He was the king of Palenque, also known as a Time Lord. He was also known for the mastery of time and of cosmic time and cosmic and multiple dimensions. Pakal Votan, king of Palenque. So when you see this image, Tamaki is able to grab it, I hope. If not, I can have a little quick look for it as well.
I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know that I can find it.
I think I have it. I think I have it kicking around here. Tamaki, here it is right here. Yes. Let me just, we got to try to screen share this for everybody. I just think it's amazing. And this is in Gotland, sweet dear ones. The Stargate is the apex Stargate of the Baltic Sea, okay? Apex Stargate of the Baltic Sea. And this is what we are looking at. There you go. Look at that nose, the hairdo on the top even looks like a cat creature sitting on the top, could be a lion. But also look at those features. Now, I believe these are just natural formations. Of course, when you're at a Stargate, there's nothing unusual. This is no surprise. There's always incredible features and the ancestors in the stone that are located there. This is Gotland, which is the island in the Baltic Sea. It's actually situated not far from the Door of Fire, which was another Stargate I did over there in Estonia. So actually, being the final Stargate, it forms the center of the tetrahedron. So the Stargates for this continent, which is the Motu, okay, that's a continent, sweet dear ones. The Motus are continental shelves, the continents, and they are energetically holding these energies. This particular continent holds the energy of the hare or the rabbit, which is actually an energy that is of the mystery schools of the Vikings, okay, and the Paha, Ishtar Paha, Ishtawawa, Paha Ishtawawa, which is of the mystery schools of the Paha, the sacred breath from home. So this is the final Stargate for that area, which makes it number 22. Should we confirm completing that, it will only be 22 if we complete this. Okay. Yes, thank you. Oh, welcome, Quantum Phoenix, for that wonderful information. Yes, that's absolutely right. The tablet that was found in Palenque, you all know actually about the tablet that looks like an astronaut sitting in a spaceship. You know, a Mayan Aztec tablet that was discovered in Palenque. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying that I was feeling the energy pulled through to my Taurus field is because Pakal Voltan was also one of my lifetimes, one of my aspects. I have many aspects, as many of you know. Many of the kings have been my aspects, as have been many for everybody. Let me just share this with you. And so this particular location of the Stargate here is also the Lemurian, the new Lemurian, the Lemurian calendar, which is known as the Wataka, and also the birth signs of Lemuria. The makeup of He'amotu the Stargate number 18, which is in Bergen, Norway, where we reset the frequency and activated it. Many years ago, I activated the Stargate, which is the Tona, which means the door of the child. It's connected to the Crew constellation, which is actually it's in the Samso Island. But because I couldn't make it on the island that year, I was so close. I was in Arus, so I did the actual work from Arus, and then the Door of Fire Stargate, which I activated many years ago now, is in Estonia, in Tallinn, at the very western point at Kuda, I forget the Kudasuga Bay, something like this. I can't remember, but all of this information. And now we have Gotland here, which is the apex, because Gotland was an island, was a mountain peak. So it's what's remaining of it. But the civilizations on Gotland are ancient, far exceeding the BC. And so we have here some of these images. Here's another image that I absolutely think is incredible. You see this? Okay, so if you are following the Lemurian calendar, you will know that the Mayan calendar has returned back to the light, which is the Lemurian calendar. We don't really say calendar because it's not really a calendar. We speak the words Wataka, and Wataka means an operating system. Okay, there is the Draconian Gregorian calendar, which is a trap. There is the Mayan calendar, which is distorted. That's the reason why it was being ended on the cycle. It's the reason why we all spoke of it ending, which actually ended 2021 on March 8th, 2021, after Stargate 17 was reset and confirmed at Lake Titicaca. Then it was confirmed that the Mayan calendar had ended there. Not ending in the consciousness of knowledge, because it's historically it's known. But what I'm talking about is the return and the activation of the Lemurian system, which is the Wataka, and many of the Peruvian elders, the elders in Peru, the elders in Cusco, they had asked for a meeting with myself and the other Hunas, so to share with them the return of the Lemurian system, right? Because Lemuria was before Atlantis, and they were curious and wanting to relearn the information of that period because they are also of Lemuria. Okay, so this Stargate here, which came up in the field, which brought with the ancestor in the stone, right? The ancestor. We always talk about the ancestor in the stone. This one has the energy of Pakal Votan, and it's just why it was pulling on my kidneys. We have connections to these things. I hope that you do as well. You know, I hope that you all are not only talking about the things, but you are actually doing the things and feeling the things, because these things will help your capacities. These things will help you grow. And they are very powerful missions to work through and go through, especially that if you may follow the work that myself and the Hunas do at the House of Huna. There's so much being done there. And so I share this with you because we're not talking historically here. We're talking about the changes that are now taking place, some of the things that can be let go of, some of the things that Quantum Phoenix is talking about, the galactic mind cycle, which has actually ended, although she is speaking that it's going to start tomorrow. That's when it used to start. It no longer starts there unless you are ready to receive. You understand me? Ready to receive the Wataka and the return of the blueprint, because it is all returning back to the moment before confusion. Okay, it's all about moving back to the moment of confusion, right? And so all of those Mayan dream spells, and the Mayans never used calendars. Actually, the Mayans were not Mayans. The Mayans are Lemurian. They are not Atlantean. Okay, so there's this thing about Atlantis being, its own civilization, but Atlantis was born from Lemuria. and all knowledge and wisdom carried through from Atlantis actually came from out of the civilizations of Lemuria, which is 600 million years ago. The first Lemurian civilization, which was not called Mu, was called Mo'al, which means the first mountain of the world. And that civilization was created on top of the mountain Mo'al, which you now know as Maui. Okay, and that the geometry for Maui still exists in Hawaii today, and that civilization is 600 million years ago. So, as the Mayan elders, who I share quite a bit of conversations with occasionally, we talked about these things about returning to Lemuria and going back before confusion. And so the dream spells and all of these historic talking about, not actually doing, just talking about. Many who talk about the things but don't actually do them, and have the opportunity to do these things and come to the Stargates with us. These are the new Stargates. And this particular Stargate here in Gotland is the last Stargate for this continent, right? The Hi'amotu. Okay. Now remember that the language of Lemuria precedes the Mayan and it precedes the Atlantean. So when you're speaking Lemurian, you are speaking the energy. You're not talking about something. You are speaking it directly. That's the difference. And if you need to know, learn more, you can come and learn more of these things to do them. Come with me if you like to join us at this Stargate, which is a nice segue. Come to the Stargate with us to learn these things. You cannot Google what I'm talking about because this is the time of before confusion, and this is the time your memory is going to be waking up. Now Google does not have these things. It's caught up in historic languaging, but is Atlantean and Mayan is part of the Lemurian, so you cannot speak the Atlantean either because now you're talking distortion. So this is the difference. Either you're going to make these changes and be with them. It's okay to share about them, but then you must also return to the time before confusion, must you not? Sweet dear ones. Yes, of course. Speaking about the things helps you undo it for yourself, and it is about the undoing, but also replace it with the knowledge and the wisdom of the times before confusion. All right, and that's 600 million years, sweet dear ones, and we have been on the planet for almost a billion years. So take no notice of what those academics are saying and the scientists are saying. That's got nothing to do with the earlier civilization. They keep talking about moments, but they talk about certain moments that are not the beginning moments. We know that from civilizations of Mo'al that was the first civilization 600 million years ago. And so that is the thing. And now quantum phoenix. If you have a question, come on and join us. Come on, we can give you a link. I see you're talking a lot over there, but you're not really asking me a question. You kind of want to try to tell me what I should know, what I actually do know. If you'd like to come and ask a question, we could have a spirited conversation. I'm sure everybody would enjoy it. Tamaki has put the link right there. Go ahead and mute your YouTube before you select the link and come on have a chat. Okay, so you have a question, come and ask the question directly, Quantum. I'd be happy to help you with that. And so this Stargate number 6 for Quantum and for everybody listening, these are the new Stargates of the new planet Matea. The planet is known as Matea, which means the planet of new light. This is Gaia ascended. And we all know that is what happened. We all know that the light has risen. If you are a light worker, then you would know these things. Yeah, we share more about that too. And so the Stargate will be Stargate number 22 that I have reset. Reset its frequency to reset to Lemuria 5. Okay, Lemuria 5, right? Not old Lemuria, not Atlantis, Lemuria 5. Okay, this is the ascended, but returning to before confusion. You understand me? Before confusion. So come on in, Quantum Phoenix. Don't be shy. Ask a question directly. Show your face. This is how we do it here on Huna Flash TV. What did I say? Live and interactive.
Live and squirming.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like squirming. Sometimes I'm the one squirming. It's not always about me getting all over somebody. But if you want to make all of these proclamations as if you know these wisdoms, then that's okay. Ask a question and show your face. This is about revealing. At this time of the ascension, there are no more. Nothing is hidden. Secrets are known, and these things also you are to be known. And you must have some certain courage to do these, I'm sure. And I know that many have said that, they're trying to hide their energy or they're trying to protect themselves. But I say to you, from what? Yeah, you're only blocking yourself from learning even more when you do that. But it is up to you. If you feel that you can't get on and talk with me, and I'm just a simple, nice guy, really, I am. Squirming because it's lunchtime, eh, Walter? Are you squirming because it's lunchtime? That's funny. So come on and ask us, Quantum Phoenix, and don't be shy. Let us know who you are. Let us see who you are. That goes for everybody here. They know how we roll in here. So this Stargate here, we'll be going over to Godland to do the actual. We do the Ring of Fire ceremony, which is a Lemurian programming and recoding technology that we work with. We work with very giant tetrahedrons and giant obelisks of full-on crystal, fully crystallized equipment and tools that we work with that are of the first light principles of the first principles of Lemuria. Now, that'll be July 22nd. Okay, Quantum Phoenix says, I would love to show my face, but when I click the link, it only asks to block or deny. No, that's not.
It might be a security setting on the device with the browser.
Okay, on your browser, perhaps, Quantum. We'd love to have a chat with you and converse with you over here live. So keep trying if you don't mind. Usually the link works, so I don't know what's going on at your end.
Yeah, Google Chrome seems to be the one when you use it for the first time that you have to go and activate some things.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you've sweet dear ones, if you've been using VPNs, if you've been using certain browsers that have security blocking systems that block one way or both ways, I'm not really sure. Then you just have to go into. There you go. Walter says, go to your permissions and your settings, and that'll release it. Would love to have a chat with you. Even if you have a question, Walter, come on in. Everybody's welcome to.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So we're talking about the apex of He'a, and we already have the other three reactivated. So once we get this one completed and we confirm it, that means all of the He'a Motu is done for all four Stargates. What would we expect once that's done and confirmed, when we have a full Motu completed with their Stargates?
When we have a full Motu completed, that means the continent, the continental system is engaged to full first principles, highest light vibrations. It allows the planet to, it also raises the planet up, and then also, emits and radiates high vibration into the light. You can feel it in your heart. You'll feel, and maybe, it's hard to know when that the Stargates get completed, unless you're following. And I will just say, because this is the work we do, unless you're following me around and you go, oh, and I'm going to tell you, this is the last one. So get ready and stand by for a nice boost of energy into the heart system, and more expansion into your consciousness. You may hit the flash of light that may come. You will let us know, we want to complete this action. Is going to complete on by July 23rd. So just stand by for some kind of energetic reaction or flash of light. It all depends on how you're connecting into. If you're connecting into, the energy, the vibration, frequency, and the magnetic field, and how you're connecting, you no doubt will be feeling a benevolent energy. Okay, it's a benevolent energy. It's a high frequency. Anytime you're working with the Motu grid and the Stargates of Lemurian frequencies, it's a very high. Understand that the Lemurian Stargates are not for transporting shipping lanes and transporting supplies and goods. Okay, that's not what these are. They were stolen, and these Stargates were used in that fashion during the wars. That's why this is being done, because they can no longer be used for nefarious actions. They will only be authorized to use in the frequency for the child of light and for our expansion as a species and as beings, and a return to our higher selves, of course, into the time before confusion. That's namely the golden age. Okay, so we're moving closer to that, and that's spoken of as Lemuria, but in the Lemurian language, it's actually spoken of as Kimuria. And the Kimuria means the first embrace, the principles of the first embrace. So it's not actually Lemuria, although you've gotten used to that. The sound is actually Kimuria, which means, oh, you're back. Good to see you again. Let us embrace. Now, when the Motu gets engaged to be completed, perhaps this is what you will feel. You will feel an embrace. Mm-hmm. So I hope Quantum has figured out why she's being blocked. We're certainly not blocking her. We do hope she is able to get permissions. I see that someone did try to enter a moment ago. Who was that?
It was Zabi?
Zababy? Zababy, go ahead and come on back in if you are able to. Love to chat. Zababy. Walters, I'm not sure what you're asking a question. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I think it might be a reference to the Kimuria. It's you again.
You know who I am.
Long time no see.
You know who Olaf the king was. You know who the Odin was. You know who Osiris was. You know who Anubis was. You know who was Pakal Votan. You know who was Ekbalam, the Jaguar king. Yeah, it is me. I'm back again, but not in that way as we remember. We have, of course, had the lessons. Zababy, why don't you pop on in again? If you don't mind, we'll be happy to chat with you. Walter says he's remember. There's a word that we say for remember. In Swahili, it is kuku and buka. In the Swahili, in the Bantu language, kuku and buka. In my language, in Lemurian, it is waidu atapu. The waidu atapu. Yep. Go ahead, Zababy. See the link. Click it, and then we'll bring you in. Okay? Don't run off, though. Just come on in. Just wait till we bring you in. And so... there you go. Add to stream. Zababy, how you doing? Hello.
Hi, I'm good.
You good? Just mute your YouTube if you haven't already.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, just mute the volume. Now, where you calling from, Zababy?
Kansas.
Kansas City.
Kansas. Well, not Kansas City, but close to there.
Kansas City, I've been there, and I've been all around it too. So, I mean, many years traveling across that country.
I'm over by Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek.
The nuclear plant.
I might have had some babies there. I don't know. You might be my daughter. Who knows?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
You don't even know.
Does anybody ever know?
Home skillet.
There you go. Excuse my mess behind me.
That's all good. How can we help you today, or how can you help us? How can you help the world today, is that baby?
Oh no. Honestly, I
I don't
seen a
know.
link and I clicked it.
There you go.
And I found myself here.
Now you're
So
on live.
I'm on live.
The whole world is watching. It's a 55 right now, so that's pretty. And the number 7, so that's your lucky sevens, and
Lucky sevens.
you hit the big switcheroo too. So that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was just enjoying listening,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
honestly.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. And how is Kansas, or how is Wolf Creek these days? How's that?
Oh, it's
How's it
pretty
going
good.
over there?
It's pretty good.
You guys haven't pulled your hair out yet?
No, we in small town USA.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about all
But
that stuff up the big cities,
yeah, the safest places in America is small town America.
Yeah, I don't know how small town it's going to be in a few years. They're
Yeah, I think
putting
so.
in a microchip plant in here south of town.
Yeah. Oh, really? Really?
Yeah,
Bringing in the microchips, huh?
yeah. One here and one in Wichita.
Wow.
Our governor's doing it. So
Yeah, of course your government's doing it. And
yeah, the government. Yeah.
Biden and the Chinese, isn't it?
When they ever go get him out of there, my God.
You're obviously not a Democrat. Yeah, well, Bidenized anyway.
No.
You're not
I
Biden.
really am not anything, but I am not for Biden at all.
I tell you what, that's just incredible, man. He works for the Chinese government. That guy. Oh my God.
I know if anybody else would have been in there, they'd have done been thrown out.
They have been, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, they tried for 4 years, but it didn't work with Trump. But
yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. I know it's it's got nothing to do with us, but it has. Even though we're not Americans, and I'm not, it has everything to do with us all. It affects everybody.
The United States affects a lot of countries. Just at home.
It absolutely does. It's totally affecting everything.
We got people out there that hate Americans, and if they actually knew us,
we don't hate Americans. We hate
they would think we're pretty cool, but our government sucks.
Yeah, we hate your government. That's what we hate.
Yeah, yeah.
And the way they do things, they do the things that the way the English did them back in the day, because your country was created by the English, by King George, right? And that's the same truth.
The whole time I was growing up, I'm like, if we left over there because there was all these taxes and all these rules, what the hell are they doing now?
Well, same thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Why leave?
It's the same guys that set you up.
Yeah.
Right. And then still in there. They're still trying to hang on. Hey, but we're working at it. We have been working on it in the multiple dimensional ways, many ways we've been working on.
Actually, this is the first time in 3 years I can actually see changes going on. Things that they told me 3 years ago are finally now coming out and happening. And believe me, it's a relief to me because my family thinks I'm nuts. My mom thinks I'm in a cult. She begged my dad to be here. That's dead. He would know how to deal with me. She's like, I wish your dad was here. He would know how to deal with you. I was like, Mother.
Hey, you know what? This is the House of Huna, and welcome. Everyone's welcome. We love to listen, and we love to hear what's going on. And, you're a part of the healing. You're a part of, because of what you're saying here, and I can understand this, your consciousness has expanded. That's helping to heal, helping to bring about awakening and awareness for those that are watching. Now you're here, and people are watching.
Yeah, some of the stuff I knew. But some of the stuff just floored me when I first found out, It's like, oh my God, no way. Always knew about the milk cartons and stuff, but I didn't know anything was behind it. I just thought, never knew the stuff behind anything, And then when I finally figured everything out, it was like, oh my God. And I'm not silent. I don't care who I piss off. You might get mad at me, but that ain't your president.
Yeah, no, that little bit of expansion that you're creating is enough. Mm-hmm. And then like right here, what's her name? Tracy Sabra. She goes, Huna, you are Chinese. Don't disrespect. Apparently I'm Chinese. But we are all everything, right? Tracy's Chinese too, but she's also Maori. I'm not American, but I am American. You know, we're all in this together for sure. And I ain't hating on anybody. I'm just kicking up because I like to
Well, the way I
mess
see
around
it,
like
we're
that.
all people,
You
and it
know,
doesn't matter where
I
we
like
came
messing
from.
around. But also, like, I don't mind joking. So Tracy, take a joke when you can get it, all right?
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
but that's how, I think that these days that are coming. Okay, these days are coming. Hang in there. Quantum Phoenix will be right with you.
Well,
These days that we're
let the
going
girl
through
with the
right now
knowledge
are
in.
major change. Major changes happening now.
Yeah, yeah. I see it every day, all the time,
Hey,
all
thanks,
the time.
baby.
You have a good day, and thanks for
You
having me
too.
on.
Thanks for listening and watching. Quantum, nice to meet you. 144. We like that number. We always.
I love that number. I love that number. I hope you can hear me okay. I don't have headphones.
I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Probably can. Okay, great. Now, no, 144 is what we always talk about. The 144 Huna to seed all of the field. So we are seeding the field.
Yes,
So
and
go ahead.
oh well, tomorrow I know it seems you maybe don't agree with the dream spell, but tomorrow is kin number 144 in the 260 synchronotron. So I think that's a bit of a synchronicity that we're connecting today.
That's if you go by Jesus, the Draconian and the Gregorian and the Mayan, they operate in the same mathematics. And we don't, Lemuria doesn't operate in the same mathematics.
I know I would love to know more about it because I do less of the calendar part and more of the 260 cycle part. So it's not really the old or the new, it's more the mathematics. Like to me, that's what Pakal Votan was about. He was handling the GOD, the galactic ordering dynamics of more of like the mathematics of the synchronicity, like how we are time travelers, how we've entered the field in this very moment in time to kind of intercept the timeline or rewrite things, rewrite code.
That's what I'm doing. I'm still Pakal Votan.
Well, that's what I'm doing too. So we're all on the same team, right?
So what I'm saying is that it's not a calendar and it's got nothing to do with time. Neither does it have anything to do with days, months, and these kinds of things. Not at all. And it is to do, though, with cycles, rotations, and it is to do with, of course, energy and vibration, which is first principle. It's to do with first principle. The first principles of light, the first principles of the breath, the first principles of the DNA, the first principles of memory, which is love, and the first principles of the stone with the crystal, which is stone, which is ice, which is planetary, and then the first principles of intention, the first fire, known as he. So this arrangement is not to do with calendar. It's all to do with wataka. We call it wataka. Okay. In the Lemurian, in the ancient Mayan languages, I speak Mayan. When I say wataka, I'm speaking Mayan. At the same time, I'm speaking Lemurian. Okay, because the Mayan language is a Lemurian language. Okay, and so when I say wataka, wataka is referring to an operating system, an operating facility, which is the new but old, ancient new, like you say, ancient new. Now, ancient new is before confusion. Okay, the Atlantean language came along from the Lemurian. Actually, came along many ways. There's many civilizations, but if we go back to when we were first here on the planet, which was over 600 million years ago, we transferred from light into the first beings. You remember that? You remember
I
that?
remember when I wasn't so physical. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, before I ingested matter, yes.
that's what I mean. In a way, that's kind of what I mean. But that happened 4 times, right?
Yeah.
There were four moments when the beings went from formless to form. And that was before, those were all moments before Atlantis was ever born. Okay. Now, I live in Mexico. Right? I'm right here in PDC right now. That's where I live. right?
I'm in Costa Rica.
And so you're not far, but Atlantis began on Cozumel Island, from the island of the goddess. That's where Atlantis began, but that's when Lemuria fell. And when Lemuria fell, and they give you the timeline, was roughly 65 million years ago. That's when Lemuria ended. And that's when peace came. It took 60 million years for peace to arrive because we were at war. And the war from Lemuria 4, and this is why I say this, is the war from Lemuria 4 created the Gulf of Mexico. There was no Gulf of Mexico before that. This was the comet that we used as a weapon. The comet was not a natural phenomenon, it was a weapon, and we were at war, and that's how Lemuria 4 fell. Yeah, it became distorted, and there was a betrayal within the giant nations and the giant beings on the planet. We did take form. Over the 4 civilizations of the Kimuria, of the embrace, we did take form. And maybe one of those was the time you took form, and up till now, and you're back. So you have this, it's wonderful. I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, you're right. You're talking about the things that historically and things that are also still aligned into the ancient new. There's some pieces that still fit, you know. There's some pieces from the Mayan that still fit. But okay, if we return, I had a talk with the Mayan elder. He asked me one time, he looked at me and he says, "Where are you from?" I said, "You don't know me? Can you not see me?" He goes, "No, where are you from?" I said, "Do you remember when your people used to be taller?" And he looked at me and he started getting tears in his eyes. He said, "Well, the Mayan calendar and this and that." I said, "Got nothing to do with the Mayan calendar. Do you remember when your people were tall?" And he said, "No, we don't remember." And he started blaming the Spanish. But then I said, "Well, I am Mayan, and we are still tall, and we are still here. We came from the Pacific. We came from Lemuria, and the Mayan elders will tell you they know that too. They know that they come from the Pacific. They do not come from the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, or the Mesopotamia. We come from the Kimuria, which is in the Pacific, the first civilization." And he said, "Well, we don't remember those things." I said, "Well, that's why I'm here. You need to come home to New Zealand and to Polynesia, and you will find your family there. We are still here, and we are still tall." You know, there was a time that they had lost. So aside from all of the calendars and aside from all the mathematics and everything, do you remember? Wonderful. I can't hear him. You've muted. I'd like to hear his.
I did that on purpose. My daughter River was just arriving and she wasn't feeling so happy because she just left her friend. So I didn't
Hello.
want to interrupt your talk.
We are sorry. River. Are
River.
you
River Amrita.
Nice name.
Say hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Todo bien? Kapai. Kay tapai hini ma. Kay tapai. So where are you from? Quantum, you're from Canada, yeah?
No, I'm from Texas. I moved here 5 years ago. Went through a reorganization in my family life, kind of shocking. Divorced, met a Costa Rican man, fell in love, had a child, and we've been battling the Vatican ever since.
Yes, of course. I'm sure.
We left the hospital without getting her vaccinated, and so we're kind of face to face with the beast and what it looks like when you say no to the system.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Absolutely, yes. I was at the Vatican doing ceremonies to blank out, and I did what we call a drop ceremony, which was the square, the circle, and the tetrahedron. And did a drop ceremony there, and the cops tried to. Well, they wanted to arrest me, but they couldn't. They couldn't. I'm standing there with my dragon staff. You know, I got my dragon staff. I got my tuku. I got my lightning rod. I got my tuku. I've got the dragon staff, of which I am a dragon master. And I'm standing there with all my items sticking out of my bags. And the cops are like trying to arrest me, but my students at the time who speak Italian took them to the side and told them what we were doing, and then they just stood there and watched in awe while we transmuted the Vatican and the obelisk. We were transmuting the obelisk, reprogramming the antenna and the towers. That was a few years ago now.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I understand, and I thank you for your work. Everybody's been doing the work with the energies, especially the Vatican. And of course, Catholicism, yeah?
I'm right in the center of it here in Costa Rica. This is more of a Roman canon law than any other type. So it's interesting to, well, and we know the corruption really is much deeper than that at this moment in time. It's really it's draconian forces. It's Pfizer, it's money, it's power.
Yes.
Power and control, dominance.
Yes, absolutely. Now, what is it that you do also aside from having beautiful children to bring light to the planet?
Well, holding the frequencies of divine love in the center point is what I like to say. Contemplating time and space, genetics, planetary ascension. And I live pretty much by synchronicity at this moment. I just now, my friend forced me to have a phone. I haven't had a phone a bank account, an email address, a mailing address in a few years now. But my friend demanded that I have a phone. That's why I actually have this phone to be able to talk to you. I was trying to figure out how to use it again. It's been a while.
Well, we're grateful for the synchronization and always for the timing. And I have Hunas that live in Costa Rica that own a retreat there in Costa Rica. Perhaps you send an email and then I can connect you to if you have interest in meeting more.
Sure. Yes, we need to unite the tribes together. It's more important than ever.
I travel every month. I just came back from Mongolia and Japan. We just activated, reset the frequency for the Stargate to Shambhala in Mongolia in the Gobi Desert. We just completed that. We had a strong team, 13 Hunas. This was back to back. So the week before that, we were at the Uruha in Japan at the base of Fuji, where we were doing ceremony to reset the frequency of that Stargate, the door of fire. That Stargate's in the water. It's in the bay. It's not on Fuji. It's in the water. So we were there for that back to back. So pretty much the last 30 years have been really pushing through pretty hard on all of the work and bringing the new codes and bringing in the new calendar, the ancient new of Lemuria back into rotation. So many are now receiving Lemuria 5. That's what Lemuria 5 is referring to, which the planet that represents Lemuria 5 is Matea, which is the name of this planet now, which simply means the planet of new light, first principle of the new light. Okay, Matea. It's not Latin, it's Lemurian. But Latin has aspects of Lemurian. Okay, so that's where we all come together in the language. If you can come together and speaking Lemurian, you're gonna bring everything back together into the first principles before confusion, but to speak the language. Yeah, and we share. I have the School of Light. I have courses that we share on this, and we've been quite busy these last 20 years have been pretty frantic. But a lot of travel in the last 8 years have been just nuts. Just nuts. I'm not kidding. We blew right through the COVID. They couldn't stop us from traveling. We blew right through that. No vaccines, nothing. faked out the PCR test, just give them a document, bam, goes through. We're all pirates, you know. We know how to get around pirates. Just be a pirate. We know they're all pirates, and we know how to treat pirates. Just pull out your pirate light. That's what we were doing. So even during the time of the COVID, I was at the Vatican, you know, Egypt, Africa. And so I was in Panama not that long ago too, so not far from where you are.
I was connected with you. I was on a video with you for Stargate 17, actually, me and my friend Venus. I just had River. I just planted her tree of life in the river. Say what?
That's where I know you from.
Yeah, it was a while back. And it's interesting you say Matea, because I live in San Mateo, which I could see Matea like a feminine version of Mateo, even though it isn't. Yeah.
So I was in La Paz at the time, and I did a live. I guess I was talking to Venus and one or two other. That was you, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know if we talked, but I remember. Yeah, and that was, it's already a few years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, River's 2.5 now. So it was probably just over 2 years. She was a few months old, I think, when we talked. So yes, we're circling back around, celebrating. I feel like there's a big celebration to come with all the work that we've all been doing on the planet. A celebration of sorts, a transparency of everything coming up and out into the open very clearly for everybody.
The ancestors are celebrating. The ancestors in the stone, especially. Like when I was showing this one image of the ancestor in the stone, which I say is an aspect of Pakal Voltan, which was also an aspect of my life. That image there, and so everything is speaking now. You must listen, right? We must listen, and connect. And we go on the journeys. We must go on journeys together now. I offer the missions for the Stargate. There are 25 more Stargates to do after this one, and then I will complete. I should be, I will complete all 48 Stargates for Matea, the new grid. And nobody knows the mathematics until the frequencies have been reset. So you can't actually put the mathematics and plug them in until the Stargates are complete, because it's not to be known until they are complete. You can know where I'm going. You can even join, but you cannot know what the mathematics are until the final one is done, because you cannot complete the stream. If you try to pull it from the memory of the future memory, you cannot do that either, because it's not until the DNA guarantees the gates and to guarantee everything, the DNA has to be on location. You see what I mean? It's a very, very incredible system. There's much more to it than what I'm saying, but it's an incredible system that's being readied for us, for our higher light, for sure. And it's not a lot of what some seem. They think they can access it and try to interfere with it is not possible. To know it is not possible either. Not until it's done can you know it. Hey, it won't ever be done, right?
In the eternal now moment, there's always something fun happening. You know, I like to connect the star, or not Stargate specifically, but wherever I go in my location is a latitude location, and then I connect that to the gene keys. So this is connected to the genetic DNA structures. And that's been an interesting thing for me to share with people, is looking at the latitude location you arrived on the Earth at, and whatever latitude location you're traveling to. Or like I just went to Austin, Texas. It was latitude 30. That's the rapture, moving from desire to rapture, the purification of the lower astral body. Or I'm at latitude 9 now. This is the final frontier, moving beyond the collective inertia into the invincibility fields as we embody our avatar and embody the Siddhic consciousness within our physical vessel. So it'd be interesting to map out the Stargates and see what latitude location each one of them are at. It would tell me a lot about the DNA part.
Yeah, it is 24 strand DNA. Now, a lot of what you're speaking is known. There is known also the languaging. There is a need for the switching of the languaging. There is a need to switch out of Greek and out of the Roman language. It's really important to do that because the coding is highly reliant. It's totally not totally, but it's hugely reliant on how you're speaking, what you're speaking, and the movement towards unity languages is speaking Lemurian. That we know that we have known for a long time, been prophesied many ways that to come back to the unity, beginning through one of the ways is a very important way to come back through speaking, not just light language, speaking Lemurian language and learning how to translate it. So what I'm saying is we go from the 12 languages, let's just say 12 tribes, into the 5. We have to return to the 5. Now there's a way to return to the 5, which is the 5 root races. Then the 5 root races has to return to the 2. And when you get to the 2, then you return, then you have a better chance of returning back into the 1 through the sound. And it's not just sounds from India going and these kinds of sounds. It's not because India is Lemuria 3. Get back to Lemuria 1 and get back to the 1 language. It's very important here because latitudes and longitudes have changed already. Things are not what they share like what they share in the cosmic, in the galactic, even in the longitude, latitude of this planet. Things have changed as well. But getting back to the language will bring back to speaking the energy, speaking the vibration, speaking the magnetic, and speaking the energy. It's not speaking about it, it's actually speaking it. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's definitely more so the embodiment of what we're carrying within our veins and blood and our soul beyond whatever word we say, for sure.
So for instance, talking about spells, well, just talking about spells is a spell. Because the English language talking about spells is a spell casting language, but it's not only that it's a spell, but this is just energy that can be used either way. It can be worked with beneficially or malevolent, but that's the effect that the 12 has had on that particular one. So if we go and drop all of that and start moving back to the actual the first principle language, the first principle light language. And now that light language can translate many light languages. So if you speak Lemurian, you can translate a number of light languages spoken by a number of star nations. You can actually translate this. One of the things that I've been doing for years, as well as, as people are asking for help, we've got to translate that back to energy language, vibration language, magnetic language, and frequency language, that you're not talking about it, you're actually speaking it, and it is like the energy is like spell casting, because we speak those we move land, water, sky, and become the fire is not an element. Fire is your breath, is from when you fuel the fire. There is no fire unless you fuel it. There is lightning brings fire to the planet. Whose intention is lightning? That's an intention. That's somebody's intention. You know what I mean? But that's actually just speaking the language. So we've got to actually move into that to be able to truly translate longitude, latitude now. It's very important. I meet all the time with many elders all over the world, as you know. We've got another one coming up, a burning mask in the UK, if you're interested in attending. Burning mask is the 3rd year. It's the 3rd year, and the elders have asked for a gathering where there is no drugs, no alcohol, and no plant medicine. We struggled with this for many years to try to invite the youth to come with us, to create gatherings so the elders could be with you, with the youth, not with you, but with the youth, without all of these crutches and these hang-ups. And we finally did that. We've finally done that. We're into our 3rd burning mask now, right? So I invite everybody to come. Whoever wants to come, and we have different speakers, different elders speaking. And there's no reason why that the young elders can't come to speak, such as yourself as well. You know, you're not that young, but you're not that old either. But
Timeless and ageless, right?
well, I'm gazillions, but look at me. I'm like only 8. Am I 8 now? I'm 9. But stay in touch. It's great to have you here. Thank you for remembering La Paz and late Stargate 17. It's fully active now. And I see that we have another Huna just showed up. I haven't seen her in years. She's from the Sudan. Okay. Any other questions?
No, it's beautiful. We'll stay in touch.
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Quantum.
Bye.
Huna Toya, who's in the house. I just see here. Toya, do you want to come on and say hi or what? I have not seen you in a long time. Come on now. Come say hello. That was a wonderful conversation. Thanks, Quantum. And also, Za Baby there in Kansas City. Toya, you want to come and say hello? Burning Mask is in the UK in Glastonbury, July 14th, 15th, 16th. And we are going to have a dragon ride. Another program that I do is called the Dragon Rider, and that's going to be July 13th. So is Tracy still here? Tracy Sabra. If you're interested in the Dragon Ride, that's a process that I share. Come on and join us. If you're still around listening. Okay, she's trying to figure out how to do it.
I just went over to Facebook, Toya. There should be a link that you can click on in the Facebook comments.
While you're figuring that out, let's have a little advertisement to share your message, Tamake. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Go ahead and pop your...
Do it.
Okay, tell us what's going on here.
The Lemurian birth charts that I spoke about last week, they will be going live to the public soon. I don't have the release date yet for booking, but I do have a wait list in the description of the video. So you can go in there, drop your email in, and then I can send a notice out once they're ready. I would be hoping that it's no more than 2 weeks.
So there you go, sweet dear ones. An incredible opportunity to learn and perhaps even remember, depending on yourself, the Lemurian birth charts. Go ahead and put that back up there, Tamaki.
Oh, yep.
If you don't mind.
In the wrong area. There we go.
Yeah, the Lemurian birth charts. This is 180 degrees opposite of the Gregorian Draconian zodiac system. Okay, this system is incredible. You'll really enjoy learning this, and you'll learn your Lemurian birth sign, which is called a Motu. Okay, you're going to learn, just going through this, you'll learn a lot about yourself that the Draconian has been hiding from you. It'll break you out of the matrix, such as what our tools do. The Wataka, the Lemurian birth charts, the Dragon Masters courses. And this one here is going to be an advanced course. It's very advanced. Okay, so really would be great to see many get on the wait list for this, because it's going to be huge for you. If you trust me, then I really want to iterate that. So welcome you to that. Toya, just click on the on the StreamYard, mute your YouTube before you come on and select the StreamYard, okay?
She's on Facebook, just as long as the Facebook is muted. But once you click on it, Toya, it should open up a browser and you can put your name in and join us on the screen.
It has been probably 6-7 years, I think, Toya.
Oh, wow.
The last time we saw each other, she was in the early days of the SEALs, in early Huna. let me just also share. I'd like to share our sponsor. Let me just share our sponsor, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
If I can do that. Well, where is it? Disappeared. There it is, right there.
Yay.
Okay, let me just black out here. Yes, today's show has been brought to you by www.lightshaman.earth, sponsor of Burning Mask 2023, Glastonbury, July 14th, 15th, 16th. Lightshaman.earth for all of your purification, cleansing, vibrational, and energetic needs. High vibration, utilizing the Lemurian tools and the tools of the highest light. Incredible lightshaman.earth, and we trust the light shaman for sure. Huna kahi hoe. You can send an email out to office@lightshaman.earth. Get a hold of her, invite her over, set up an appointment. It's all good. Lightshaman.earth, www.lightshaman.earth. Okay, get back on here. So I'm really proud of the Lightshaman.earth and also Hunatamak here for the birth charts. And there will also be other Hunas coming out with their businesses and what their offerings are. Huna Kahasahi be offering the readings, and Huna Matatu will offering other healing modalities of the Lemurian modalities, and also their own experience, skills, and tools they've learned over the years. Fantastic time to be here. Fantastic time to be together. As you all know, let me just welcome, there's a couple others here. Bazo to Ani to Huna Marawawa and Lemurian Frequency Medicine.
That would be Kahiwaha.
Kaiwa.
Mm-hmm.
Hi there. And also, who else we have here? We have Nakota often just signed up, awaiting an elation with joy. And I signed. What did you sign up?
It was the wait list.
On the wait list. Yes,
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nakota.
Mm-hmm. So for anybody that didn't watch the live last week, I do show an example chart. So you get a little bit of an idea of what to expect. It's not going to be like the draconian at all. It's much different.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you want to get a little peek at what Huna Tamake has been test to share with you soon, get a little peek of it. What's from last week, last Sunday?
Yep.
Go to last Sunday's video.
Kind of towards the end. It was the icing on the cake for that. What is it? 2.5 hours we did?
Fast forward down a couple of hours, yeah. It was like almost 3 hours, wasn't it? And so, yeah, go and check it out. I look forward to witnessing your expansion. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see Tela. Tela is here again. Tela, is that Kimere? Is that how you say that? A Facebook group for, well, I'm sure the Hunas will set up groups. So I think that question is for you, I think. Is there a Facebook group for that?
No.
Lemurian birth chart? No. No, it's going to, I have no doubt that Huna is going to be exclusive. Exclusive. Kalake Mere. Mere, is it? Mere. What a mother. What? Is that what you're saying? It means what a mother.
Oh, Kemere, what a mother. Okay.
Lots of hard work. Walter says lots of hard work. No, not really, brother. Not really. Just another day at the office
it's joyful.
It's joy. It's not work, it's joy. Oh, you live in Britain. Breton. See. Oh, I mean, we. Yeah, come on and ask a question there, Tala. You have a question? Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous anglais? Parlez-vous Lemuria? And Toya and Tala, there's the link there. Go ahead and select the link. Come on. Come on.
Facebook does work a little differently with the live stream. So I did post it in the Facebook comments, the link. I have to do it separate from StreamYard.
Oh, I see. Or,
Yeah.
or even message him, right? Get message him.
Oh, the Spicy Pepper
welcome
Camp
back,
is here.
Huna. Welcome back, Huna Hirimata. You're back from a late swim in the lake.
Kia ora.
Kia ora Ripeka, the seat of Maita. The light seat of Maita, Ripeka.
Ooh, there's Tela.
And then we have Tela.
Oh, wait, am I?
Bonjour.
Remember, I was on here before.
You was?
Yeah.
You're on again.
I'm also working again right now.
Are you working?
Again.
What are you doing? The laundry?
Food, and I was I'm the hawk, the falcon.
Oh, fatura.
The fatura, yeah.
Remember the pigeon story?
Yes.
I about.
The Namu.
Yeah. So yes.
Do you have another question?
What's that? Do I have a question?
Do you have another question?
Actually, you put me on the spot. I don't actually have a question. Let me think for a moment.
Do you have a curse word for me or something?
Curse word. I really don't actually have a question right this moment, but well, yeah, I was wondering about the. I would love to come to one of your events, for sure.
Sure. You can go and check out some of the events on the page.
I'm busy all the time. That's the thing. I just got my passport renewed, so yeah, I have it for a little while. So that was a thing, but yes.
You're in Europe, or are you in the States?
In Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Oh, Britain. Britain.
No, Brooklyn. So my last name, Quamer. It's Tila Rose Quamer is my name. Okay, and my real name, middle name is Rose. I wasn't like giving that as like a fake New Age name.
Okay.
That's a thing. I don't know. Fake name.
So Brooklyn. So we'll be having the Burning Mask event in Roswell, New Mexico. This September.
Okay.
Feeling pretty good about it this year round, because the first time we tried it was a mess. With all the lockdowns and stuff that were taking place, and the visa troubles with the visas and getting visas into the States was a problem.
Yes.
So anyway, we're looking forward to all of that coming loose.
So September, I could probably try to come in September.
Yeah, that's not so far for you, because we'll be in Europe as well. We're going to be in Canada. We'll be in. We got Burning Mask in July, in the UK, in Glastonbury. We're also in Vancouver, in Canada, in August, and then also at Roswell, New Mexico, in September. So, an epic time to be here. We're happy to be here.
Yes. Oh, the energies are intense, right? Do you guys agree?
Oh yes, we're balls deep in it all the time.
I mean, I'm feeling good now. It's like the past 2 days, but this past week was really difficult.
Well, I was saying earlier when I came on, use my language here, I'm sorry. I meant to say neck deep, but I'm like, these nuts. but I mean, like what I was saying earlier, that my kidneys were really taking the beating, because it's like, it's my generator, right? It's your power generator for your electrical field, your magnetic field is your kidneys, not these nuts, the kidneys. And I'm sorry, I'm getting stupid.
You have to be careful with kidney stones.
Yeah, well, mine have been sound disrupted for a long time now. They're like tend to like fragments now.
So
I
is
have no problem.
the Dantian, the Dantian, that part, is that why It's the back of this part.
Yeah, well, the generator is like, okay, look at it like a half of an apple, like your kidneys. Like, look at it like you cut an apple in a half.
Mhm.
Right, that's the torus. That's also when they talk about representing the torus field. The kidneys are the same. Generates the toroidal field within your system and your magnetic field. The bigger, the more that you are utilizing it in ceremony and in the light work, and always challenging yourself to expand and increase your capacity, the larger your field becomes. Okay, the more effect you have on the ceremonies and with the individuals that you're being with, to supply energy into the ceremony or the practice that you're doing.
Can I ask you? I do have a question actually. So what I've noticed for my own development and I live in New York City. I feel like I'm doing my own form of like gridding, like in weird locations. And like yesterday, I was on Coney Island at the beach, and my friend's a DJ, and she invited me to this. It was really cool, a full Puerto Rican party. But I started to get this feeling of like Atlantis, and I was like, that was like where Atlantis was, and I was looking at the people, and they looked so Celtic. And then I had this download. I was like, there was something being corrected with this Lemurian. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I just had this weird download when I was there, and it was like they brought me in like a family. It was very tribal, and I was like, this is that Lemurian energy that's like coming back online.
Yeah, it's family.
And yeah, it was great.
That's great that you see this. And I see here, Matawawa wants to come on. Thank you, Tella.
Thank you so
for
much.
sharing that about the Puerto Ricans and about the switching from Atlantean to Lemurian, because you're exactly right. It's an undoing, and we've been undoing things. And so,
yeah. So I support the work. Yay. I was like, yes. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Matawawa.
Ah, bonjour.
Ani nui nui.
Wawa nui nui. Ani. I'm trying to get my phone to work, and there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Ah, miigwech.
That's a big hug. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, good. So
I feel surrounded by fry bread when you do that.
The Malaysia,
Yeah, it's like,
let me give me a fried bread hug.
hey, give me a fry bread hug, brother. Yeah.
There we go.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Mo.
Oh, good. Good to see you. Yeah. I've been having a little chuckle ever since I got on here. Nice to see you. Ani, tama okay.
Ani. Bonjour.
Yeah, I'm in my little wigwam here.
Nice.
Yeah, keep it away from the bugs and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
It's a good day. Had a ceremony today. Yeah. Nice. I don't know if you can see my things there. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Oh, fantastic. Got the things. Yep.
There we go.
Perfect, brother.
Awesome. So, yeah. We have a lot of smoke coming in from the northeast and blowing in.
That's from the fires.
From the fires, yeah, over in Quebec. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me more about that, because I saw some of it, but I never got on the news with it. Could you know a little bit more about that? Is it a distraction? Somebody messing with what's going on?
Well, one was by lightning for sure, so I think it's cleansing the area. The other ones were some other way it happened. Yeah, so I don't know. It might be a distraction there, but one's a cleansing for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, the word of Father, right? Just the word of Father. Just what's the intent? If fire is not an element until it is lit and fueled, that is an intention. So it's always incredible when the word of Father hits the ground, and what's Father's intention. Like the word of Father. Usually, I just say that maybe it's the word of Mother too, but the point is that it is always profound when lightning hits the ground. It's, for me anyway, it's always about the cleansing. It's always about the building of the energetics, returning energy to the trees and to the systems of nature. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah, just amazing. Exactly like that. Yeah, I believe that very much.
Can I ask you a question, brother? I'm
Yes,
going to
brother.
put you on the spot.
How?
Are you going to come to Vancouver in August?
In August, yeah, I'm gonna try hard to make that happen. I just got a new position in my work area.
Oh,
so
okay.
Once I get that leveled out, it should only take a few weeks. But yeah, you can expect. Try to expect.
Do they give you the weekend off at least?
Yeah, you can expect me over there because I want to be there with everybody.
Yeah.
Namalrana,
Yeah, we
as
will.
one.
Yes. Huna. Tamake will be there. I will be there. All the Hunas will be there.
All right,
Kaiwana will be there.
It's going to be one big fried bread hug.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I want to be there for sure. That's the thing. So I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to put that into motion. I didn't see this curveball coming with my job there, but it was
nice.
It was divinely delivered, so I
Nice.
accepted.
I hope that it's an ascension. Let's just say
Me great. It is.
an ascension. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
that fire there. When I was in ceremony just an hour ago, like I sort of seen like it's like a smudge. It's like a smudge. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Chibigwitch. Yes. Now. Yeah, I think you see that. Absolutely. I never usually use that term, but you're absolutely correct.
In Mauta, I don't know if you remember some of the mapping that I had looked at for these. There was the hot spot right outside of Ottawa. It is on a ley line with the Parthenon replica in Nashville. So anybody that's not aware of what they have in Nashville, Tennessee, in America, they have a full-scale Parthenon replica that you can walk inside of. There's a 34-foot tall statue of Athena, and she's leafed in gold. And last year, we reset an Orion portal that is in the middle of Nashville, in the middle of 50 bell towers, like the craziest setup that they did for this thing. And I knew there was a ley line with the Parthenon in that portal that we had reset. It's now called Tawu. So that's the Lemurian prior to Orion and prior to all the distortions of the wars.
Yeah.
That ley line goes through that hot spot outside of Ottawa.
It must be getting smudged.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is getting smudged. Yes.
It's getting. So let us pay attention to that. Thank you for that, brother. Whenever we are seeing fires, typically anything that's unusual happening, Tama cares. He's usually mapping a line. So let us just continue with the smudging. Yeah, I think so.
I appreciate that, Tama. Yeah. So that was going on there, and in my drumming, actually the smoke was like crystalline smoke. It turned crystalline, right? Real high. It was cool.
That's great. No,
Yeah.
Thank you for that, brother, for the smudging. I will remain with that. Some were saying that the smoke turned orange, and some say smell like plastic and smoke and these things. Well, yeah, it's burning off, right? If it's going to burn off, let's just burn it off. Right? Smudge it out.
Smudge it out.
Yeah. Walter agrees with that. Walter agrees with it. He said,
wow. Oh, right on, Walter.
All right, Walter. Wherever you are, Walter, thank you.
Yeah, that's some of our ancient teachings as an Anishinaabe, when the same, exactly as you said it, Muta. where the Father strikes it, that's a place where it needs to be cleansed. Yeah. That's exactly the same.
And then we see that line.
I just love that.
We see that. Then we see the fire take that line, and we see the smudging take that grid, take the ley line and follow it along. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I appreciate those higher perspective, those teachings there like that. That's just beautiful in Ascension, and that's why I enjoy being here and learning and watching all the time.
Well, Ascension. If a job is bringing you joy, there's Ascension happening. It must be an upgrade or these things. And I'm happy for you, brother. So long as it doesn't get in the way of us having a fry bread together, we're all good. We're gonna make a fry bread in Vancouver for sure.
Oh, let's do that. We'll have a fried bread party.
Let's have a fried bread, fried bread and a hot chocolate.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna eat when I'm over there, Tamaki.
Yeah.
Fried bread and hot tea for me.
And maybe a boil up.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Tamaki, thank you for sharing last week. That was totally amazing. And again, right today, I'm on the wait list there.
I saw. One of the first ones.
I see 70 people watching. I expect those 70 to be on the wait list, ladies. Sweet dear ones. Come on now, you can do this.
Oh, yeah, it's
very clever idea, Tamaki, getting the wait list going.
Yeah, I have Wakuya to thank for that. She gave me the idea.
You and Wakuya, you are both very intelligent people.
Yes.
We are going to be coming, you see. Thank you for having the ceremony, and it's always great to have your laughter and smile here, brother.
Very good. I'm gonna give you another one before I go.
I've got it. I'm gonna catch it. I might hold on to it for a while before I gift it out.
It's all good. Very
thank you, brother.
I'm happy. Bye-bye.
Oh, that was fun. Good to see.
That was wonderful. I'd like to welcome Sasha, Sasha. And unfortunately, Walter's erased his Facebook. Okay, that's unfortunate. I don't know if it's unfortunate, but anyway, what do we got now? I think we're good. Oh, look at the time.
Yeah.
Time flown. Oh, geez. Look at that. It's after 3 already. What's that? 90 minutes already? Wow.
Tarakuya, the waitlist. If you go in the description of the video and open it up, there's a link for the waitlist.
Yeah, put all the links. All the links are in. So we, I had a great time. We've touched on the Stargate. So if you're interested in coming to the Stargate with moi and crew, we will be July 22nd in Gotland. That's the apex Stargate in the Baltic Sea. We will be in the Baltic Sea. And a bit of a touch and go energy, I think, because there's quite a few warnings going off over there, as you can imagine, but I think we'll be fine. That's why the energy is calling now. Get over there and do it. So we got that. We've got Burning Mass, July 14, 15, 16. Also the Dragon Ride, July 13th. We have a good list that's building for that. The Dragon Ride is an incredible group therapy. I mean, it's hard to explain. You have to get there. You have to do it. You just have to do it. You want to go on a ride from the highest dimensions to the lowest dimensions and then back up again? Be my guest. Come and join us. Want to thank Hunatama for sharing her wisdom and also being a producer, engineer. And thank you for the work for the Lemurian birth charts and sharing those codes out there. We've got to get those codes out there, sweet dear ones. And that's what's expanding our consciousness. This is what is expanding your capacity. These are Lemurian codes that you're feeling. You can say it any way you want to, but we can also dial you into it to share that with you in a most profound way. You can come with me onto a mission of the Stargates, and you will really feel it then, in person. We like hanging out together. Yeah, I want to thank the Light Shaman, who this show was brought to us by the Light, www.lightshaman.earth, Hunakahi Kahi Hoi, and also the sponsor of the Burning Mask.
And put in the www dot when you go there.
Yes.
Otherwise, the link won't work. You have to do the www.
www.
Yes.
As a reminder, www.lightshaman.earth. Thank you, sweet, sweet dear ones. Here's a big fried bread hug for you. Thank you for the fun and games and the laughter and the wonderful questions, and the comments and the wisdom and knowledge. Thanks to all of those who braved the screen and came onto the screen. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. I believe we have a show coming up soon. What date is that, Damaki? What date?
Was that Friday or Saturday that you guys decided on?
What today was? So yeah, the
No, it wasn't Wednesday. Or Thursday.
Today's the 25th. So looking at the 2nd, July 2nd. Okay. Myself, Mark Atwood, and quite possibly Michelle Fielding will let you know very shortly.
I thought there was another live that you were doing on another channel this week.
That was supposed to be with Michelle, no?
No, there was the other Michelle.
Mickey.
No, not Mickey. As Himanakuya.
Oh, yes, sorry. We're also Himanakuya. What date was that?
That's the one that I was trying to figure out.
That's right, this coming week.
Keep an eye out on the Instagram socials once we figure that out.
I don't remember. Michelle's, I don't know how to say her name.
Skiao. It's like meowing like a cat.
Himanakuya, I prefer, but okay.
Her spicy grandma is how I know her.
More stuff to enjoy. We'll see you again. I want to thank you all, sweet, sweet dear ones. Have a fantastic evening, day, night, dream time. Just enjoy, okay? Just enjoy. Really, just enjoy. Bye for now.